This is a live presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. Are you ready? Ticats football is on the air.
Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Caught it! It's a touchdown!
Number 17, Luke Tasker, what a catch!
Now the voice of the Tiger Cats. Here is RJ Broadhead with analyst Luke Tasker.
Great to have you with us for game number 13 of the season for the Tiger Cats, home to the two-time defending champion Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And the Tiger Cats coming off a bye week. They know what they have to do. It's win. And it's not easy against Winnipeg. We'll see if they're a little bit healthier. We know they are. Dane Evans is going to start at quarterback, and we'll see how the execution is. But now, no matter what has happened previously for the Tiger Cats, they don't have much choice but to rack up some victories here, Luke, and no better time than to start on this beautiful sunny afternoon in Hamilton.
Just an amazing day for football. The big Canadian flag is out and ready to be unveiled. Dane Evans is back on the field, and you just got to hope that he is fully healthy and going to be able to finish this game and able to give his team a great chance to win, because to be honest, without him, Matt Schultz dressed today but still banged up, those two guys are really what gives this team a chance, and they've got to play great.
Tiger Cats will be wearing all black, so the black tops and black pants with the gold numbers and names with the black helmets. So they mean business this afternoon. First time this year wearing the all black. The Blue Bombers are in the gold pants, white tops with blue shoulders and numbers. But you mentioned it, Luke. It is a perfect afternoon for football. This is exciting, and we talked about it in the pregame show. No matter what happens in the league, if the Tiger Cats can win their next two games, they're going to be tied for second place, and that's a pretty good spot to be in the East Division.
As a player, that stat has to give you hope, but it still just comes down to you doing your job today, you know, and there's so many moving parts to a football team into the season, but these guys have got to start off this game hot and then continue to make those plays, because when you've lost a lot of games in a season, RJ, you start to smell blood in the water pretty quick, and as a game goes wrong, it starts to snowball quickly.
Tiger Cats are looking for some confidence, looking to get that snowball working for them. A little momentum. We will find out how this game will play out. It is a big one. The Tiger Cats and Blue Bombers coin toss and kickoff are coming up on the Ticats Audio Network. Back at Tim Hortons Field, the fireworks are going off. The flags are at half staff around Tim Hortons Field in memory of the Queen. A nice moment of silence at Tim Hortons Field, and that will be likely the last time it will be silent in this stadium today, as the crowd will be loud, trying to cheer the Tiger Cats on to a victory. The coin toss with referee Tom Valesi is coming up very shortly. You want to be the best, Luke, you got to beat the best, and right now there's no doubt who is the best in the CFL. It's the 12-1 Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who have won 3 straight coming into this week, and they've got a bye week coming up. So I know I was joking around with you that maybe they'll roll over a bit because they've clinched a playoff spot, but that seems unlikely.
Yep, the only team in the CFL whose fate is sealed, at least to be in the postseason. And they're just playing so well. 54 points in their game last week against Saskatchewan, and Zach Collaros is just lights out. You know, to the extent that it's just going to be exciting to watch him at that level tonight.
Absolutely. So here's Tom Valesi with the coin toss. Team captains are at center field. Winnipeg with the call. Adam Bighill.
It is a hit. He won the toss to defer the second half. He won the ball. He won the kick.
So Tiger Cats will receive, and the coin toss was done by World Vision Canada President and CEO Michael Messenger. And the Tiger Cats get the ball to begin this game. The wind, surprisingly, is not a factor today, Luke. It's 9 kilometers an hour. We don't see that often at Tim Hortons Field.
Yep, still it's coming off the lake a little bit, and you see Winnipeg defer there, and you know getting that option for the second half if the wind does pick up, and they'll be able to have the wind at their back for the second quarter. If it does turn out to be an effective wind, but Ticats starting with the ball, and that's probably that's good. Get Dane Evans out there and get things going here.
See, you're on top of it, because that was my question for you. Is it a good thing to get Dane Evans out there? He puts a lot of pressure on himself, but he has the ability. We know that. It's just all about limiting the turnovers. And he's eager to get out there and perform, and your friend is performing right now. Mike Filer, your former teammate, along with Pigskin Pete, doing the Oski Wee Wee at center field.
That's right. The new and improved 51, Mike. He's one of those offensive linemen who sheds the weight quickly after he hangs up the helmet. But yeah, great to see him back out on the field. He was pumping up the crowd earlier, and he's going to be in the booth with us. He's good with a microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely is. I know I saw him at Grey Cup, and he was doing some work with the Moncton Wildcats of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, so he's well-rounded in sports as well.
Oh yeah, great Hamilton Tiger Cat of those 2010s that I was a part of, and good locker room guy, and obviously a great Ticat, and honored today.
Well, it's been a nice addition this year, the Alumnus of Distinction. You've had that honor where you're out on the field getting the crowd fired up, and fans are filtering into their seats at Tim Hortons Field. Again, a sunny day. It's 22 degrees, feels like 26 with the humidity, hardly any wind. It's listed at 9 kilometers an hour coming out of the east. And a lot on the line. Tiger Cats come into this game at 3-9. They're 3-3 at home, and the Bombers on the road have not lost. They're 7-0 on the road this season. That is an amazing record. Tiger Cats would love to have half of those wins on the road. But it all starts now for the Tiger Cats, right off a bye week, and we are underway at Tim Hortons Field. Mark Leggio, it's a low, short kick. Bounces a couple of times, picked up by Tim White, and the speed of light, Tim White takes it across the 40-yard line, right about in the middle of the field, maybe on the near hash mark, and that's where Dane Evans and the Tiger Cats are going to go to work. This should be fun to watch, Luke.
Yeah, sort of a mishit there by Mark Leggio maybe, or could have been just trying to drive it underneath the wind, but good field position for the Ticats to start past their 40 to start the game off.
What wind?
You're right. He mishit it. You're right.
So no Don Jackson. He's banged up. Just one of 14 players who would likely be starting for the Tiger Cats who are on the injured list. Wes Hill's in the lineup, and he runs off to the left. He'll be in a receiving formation. The pass is thrown to Felix Gauthier, and immediately it's first down. So the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down, and Felix Gauthier involved immediately.
Shane Gauthier on the tackle there, and now they line up no huddle. I like this.
Playing quick. Ball on the 51-yard line, getting close to midfield. Dane Evans rolls to his right, throws to his right, and completes it to Tim White, who takes a step out of bounds right in front of his own team's sideline. And look at that, back-to-back first downs presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. It's a good start for the team in all black and the gold numbers this afternoon.
Yeah, first down, and that was great. Dane Evans rolling to his right. Really clean comeback there on the sidelines by Tim White.
Now the Tiger Cats are in Winnipeg territory on the Bombers' 47-yard line. Dane Evans standing right on the Tiger at midfield, and he had a receiver, it was Tim White, but he had fallen, so he couldn't come up with a pass. It wasn't the throw, it was Tim White had stumbled and couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, they were setting up a quick little wide receiver screen to the left side of the offensive formation, and it was Jackson Jeffcoat's rush that kind of got the feet kind of tangled up, and Tim White just couldn't keep his balance. It would have been probably he probably had 10, 12 yards untouched if that could have been a reception. So
a bad break for the Tiger Cats brings up 2nd and 10 from the 47, and the ball is snapped, and the whistles blow, and the flags fly.
First down.
Hamilton number 69, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
And then you get, sort of an accidental trip up in the backfield followed by a penalty. And you know, that's kind of, you know, that sort of consecutive negative plays, you can't see that a lot from the Ticats if they're gonna be able to have success.
They might be in field goal range though, Luke. I was watching Seth Small in warm-ups. He was hitting 59-yarders. That 58-yarder that's the longest in the league this year, not good enough. He wants to improve that. A lot of motion here for the Tiger Cats on offense. Both Whites, Pappy and Tim off to the right, and that's the way Dane Evans is running and throwing on the run. It is a strike right to Stephen Dunbar.
Okay. Yeah, those are valuable yards, RJ. That was just a gain of just something 8 or 9 yards, and that means everything to Seth Small, who's in a much more reasonable distance here.
So, first possession of the game, Tiger Cats are going to try for some points, and that's good to not let Winnipeg score first. They're 8-0 when they score first. Dane Evans will be the holder for Seth Small. He has hit from 58 yards. This one is a 52-yard attempt for Seth Small. The kick is up, and it's good. And it's a good start for the Tiger Cats. First possession, and they lead the game 3-0 thanks to a great kick from Seth Small. It's a good start for the Tiger Cats on a beautiful afternoon in Hamilton. 3-0. Ticats lead the Bombers. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network.
Hi, this is Dane Evans from the Hamilton Ticats. Now back to Luke and RJ.
On the Ticats Audio Network.
Great to have Dane Evans back at quarterback for the Tiger Cats, and it was a good opening drive. The Tiger Cats turned it into 3 points, and now the defense steps on the field for the Tiger Cats against this very strong Blue Bombers offense led by Zach Caleros. Bombers are 12-1, and a lot of motion running in front of Zach Caleros. And getting the handoff was Rashid Bailey, and it's a solid gain early on for the Bombers. A lot of deception in that play, and it's a first down, and they're in Hamilton territory.
Right away, across the center line, and just like the Ticats did, drive and go. Both teams effective first downs here, big gains to start this first quarter off.
Bombers up to the Hamilton 51-yard line. Zach Caleros calmly in the shotgun, has Brady Oliveira right behind him. Throws again to Rashid Bailey, who's one-on-one on the near side and gets away from the initial tackle by Rodney Randall Jr. and finally forced out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line. It's another first down for the Bombers, and they're in business now, looking at certainly within Mark Leggio field goal range.
That was Richard Leonard coming up to make an open field tackle on Rashad Bailey, and early in this game, those kind of tackles in the open field, that really makes a statement. And neither of those guys was about to shy away from that contact. I gotta say, Richard Leonard gave it to Rashid Bailey pretty good there. That was a strong hit right on the Winnipeg sidelines.
Handoff to Oliveira up the middle, and the Tiger Cats' best team against the run, and the Bombers' very good running team, and maybe a message sent there as Dylan Wynn a part of it, but a lot of the Tiger Cats involved in that tackle look pretty aggressive. It's a gain of about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 here for the Bombers. They're on the Hamilton 34-yard line, going from our right to left. Crowd getting loud at Tim Hortons Field. It's a big second down. Zach Caleros drops back to pass, throws over the middle, and it is caught. A great catch. Rashid Bailey with another one, this time in front of Richard Leonard. It's a first down, and that was a magnificent job by Bailey to hang on to that football.
It was pretty tight coverage there, but just a great ball, was right on the money with good timing and a really, really strong catch in traffic. Bombers just so great on second down in their efficiency and the ability to keep drives alive, and that was an aggressive blitz there by the Ticats, trying to force that field goal just as they entered that scoring zone.
No Drew Wolotarski in the Bombers lineup, but it's been the Rashid Bailey show. A run for 19 yards and 2 receptions for 28 yards. This is a pitch to Brady Oliveira, trying to get to the outside. He does, up high by that far sideline, and he's down to the 10, maybe just inside the 10-yard line.
You know, twice already in this first drive here, you've seen what you can probably call a missed tackle in the open field. And we talked about Andy's keys to the game and his emphasis that he places on the tackling on the Hamilton defense. And, you know, I mean, no tackles easy in the open field. In fact, Coach O's line is any tackle in the open field is a good tackle if you get the guy to the ground. But we've seen 2 misses. That one there by Jamal Roll and, you know, what would have been a tackle for a loss. And now Winnipeg finds themselves in 2nd and 1.
And they've got their short yardage team out there, and it is Dakota Prukop, and he's battling for that 1 yard they needed, and it looks like he just did get it. So yes, it is a 1st and goal here for the Bombers. Keep in mind the Tiger Cats defense still without Simone Lawrence, still without Ciante Evans, and Julian Hauser, their sacks leader, isn't playing in this game. Getting close to the midway point of the opening quarter. Tiger Cats lead 3-0, but the Bombers have a 1st and goal from the Hamilton 8-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. That's the short side of the field. Pump fake by Caleros to the right, and then he throws over the middle. It is complete to Nick Dembski. It's a touchdown for Winnipeg, and they take the lead.
Wow, great patience by Zach Caleros. He just leaking out of the pocket to the right there. And like you said, RJ, he pumped it, bought himself more time. And when he's not got, when the rush is paused for a moment, Zach Caleros, he's able to regain his focus downfield. He's not gonna feel rushed if he's not rushed, and he was able to find Dembski coming from right to left across the front of the end zone there. Really solid drive by the Winnipeg offense.
Caleros, 3 for 3, 36 yards, a couple of runs in there, and the Bombers answer the Tiger Cats field goal with a touchdown. So each team scoring on their opening possession. Mark Leggio on the field to attempt the convert. The hold, the kick, and it is good. So the Bombers convert the touchdown. It is 7-3 for Winnipeg. 2nd possession of the game coming up for the Tiger Cats. We'll see if this offensive roll continues when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. It is 7-3 for Winnipeg. We're early in this football game. Both teams have had 1 possession. Both teams have scored. The Bombers getting the touchdown. Tiger Cats the field goal. 8:02 to go in the opening quarter, and Bombers kicking off to the Ticats. Tim White glides over to his own 25. Makes a move to the outside. Now back to the inside. Up along the numbers. He's across the 40. He'll be just shy of the 45-yard line. So pretty good starting field position for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, again, a good return there, and Tim White getting that for the 2nd time in a row. The Ticats' first drive, I was pleased with. 2 really great first downs, and then just a series of mistakes that cut it short, but excited to see what Dane Evans continues to do here.
Dane Evans went 3 for 4 on that drive for 29 yards, that opening drive, and that 1 incompletion certainly wasn't his fault. It was a stumble. Tim White got tied up and fell down. Handoff goes to Wes Hill, straight up the middle. He's got a head of steam, and it's a good first touch of the game for Wes Hills, who's spent some time on the injured list, on the practice roster, and he gets about 8 yards on that carry.
Great call. A draw right up the middle. Take the line quick here, which I think is going to be in Dane Evans' favor throughout the night.
2nd and 2 from the Tiger Cats 51, and diving ahead, Dane Evans, whom we all know about the injuries. He was fearless in diving ahead. They're going to say he only got 1 yard. Just looking where they're. So they needed 2 yards. That was only good for 1. So now it's 3rd and 1. Tiger Cats on their own 52, going for it again. And Dane Evans hold keeps again. He is hit really hard. And again, this will be fairly close.
Yep, they're going to move it down.
Okay, so the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down, but those were 2 tough carries for Dane Evans.
Yeah, well, number 4, middle linebacker Adam Big Hill for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers is maybe the most talented player in the league at timing up his short yardage defense, and he did it. Had 1 stop out of 2 there.
Dane Evans, high snap, no problem, rolls to his right,
He's
but throws to his left, and wide open for the Tiger Cats. It's Felix Gauthier again.
2 catches in the first quarter for the fullback, tight end for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and that was cool. That developed. You could see it from our perspective right off the bat. He started on the right side of the offensive formation and snuck through the linebacking core to be all alone deep to the left side. Great execution.
Tiger Cats now down to the Winnipeg 13, and Dane Evans rolling right again. Pressure's coming, has to throw. It's a short throw. Checked it down to Wes Hills. He'll be across the Bombers' 10-yard line.
That was just that was a naked pass to the right side, and that was the correct read. Nothing was open in the end zone. That was covered down perfectly by the Winnipeg secondary, and so to get 5 out of that was a smart and timely throw there by Dane.
Felix Gauthier, that big gain was 44 yards. He has 54 yards receiving, his biggest CFL game so far. Just over 5 minutes to go. 2nd and 5 for the Tiger Cats from the Winnipeg 8. Empty backfield for Evans. Throws for the end zone. Perfect pass. It's a touchdown. Tim White with his team leading 6th of the season. And the Tiger Cats are ahead again.
Wow. What a great throw by Dane Evans up the alley to the right side. Zipped it past the goalpost to Tim White, who was just up the seam there and kind of in traffic, but the ball was only where he could get it. Really well executed. What a throw by Dane.
8-yard touchdown strike. Dane Evans to Tim White. That play on the touchdown was driven by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and Luke, I have to say it, Dane Evans looks extremely sharp in this game.
Yes, he does, and he's got to string it together and protect the ball, but he is making great and timely reads right now.
Seth Small steps up, and he's still perfect as a Tiger Cat in converts. Dane Evans has gone 6 for 7, 86 yards and a touchdown. It's a great start for the Tiger Cats. They lead in the opening quarter, 10-7. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
Hi, this is Dylan Wynn, number 98, your defensive tackle for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and we're back to the Hamilton Ticat Audio Network.
Dylan Wynn with a tackle already in this game. The defense will go to work shortly. Dane Evans, a touchdown drive, culminating with that 8-yard pass to Tim White. Since the last Tiger Cats touchdown, which was in the second quarter of their 3rd game against Toronto, they went 26 drives, 121 offensive plays, 30 first downs. But now they've broken that streak. Great stat from Jeff Girodat. And Janarian Grant on the kickoff return will bring this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a great stat to be put to rest.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lot of work to get all those numbers.
Yes, that's right. And no, Dane really sharp on both drives and kind of creative at times too. I mean, the ball is spread around to multiple receivers on the right and left across the field, and Dane's been on the move a few times and has made some completions from there. So we've got a great football game going right now, which is that's the best stat of the night, is just how good this is going.
Tiger Cats didn't have a touchdown against the Bombers in their previous meeting. They had 4 field goals, so they have a touchdown this afternoon, and Tiger Cats lead 10-7. This is Winnipeg's second possession, and Caleros has all kinds of time, and he's throwing deep over the middle. It's caught. It's caught by Dalton Schoen. It looked like it was up for grabs between Tunde Adeleke and Schoen, and it's the Winnipeg receiver who gets it. And that long bomb from Caleros to Schoen puts the Bombers all the way down to the Hamilton 33-yard line.
Tunde Adeleke cannot believe that he isn't running towards the end zone right now, and he absolutely should be. I don't think Zach Caleros saw Adeleke standing back there at all. I mean, the ball was put up into a really bad spot, and it turned into a huge gain for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Zach Caleros now in the top 25 all-time in CFL passing yards. This time he doesn't pass. Hands off to Oliveira. He rolls to his right and will get a gain of about 4 yards.
You know, RJ, it's tough. I mean, Ticat defense are really at the top in the league for a lot of defensive categories. They're statistically a very good defense. It's plays like that have held this team back, misses like that, and the takeaways is something they're not at the top of. And boy, there was two Ticat players who could have intercepted that ball, and they both missed a chance at it.
Collaros throws quickly to his right, completes it to Nick Dembski. He'll be very close to a first down. Looks like he's got it. So it is a first down for Winnipeg at the Hamilton 22-yard line.
Cover zero there. Hamilton bringing the pressure right at that same field position they did on the last drive as Winnipeg sort of crosses the 30-yard line, and a little bit too far off. Zach Collaros, if you give his receivers 5 to 10 yards on that cover zero, he can scan the field and just pick his matchup. And Dembski got the ball there for the first.
Boy, it's like Collaros is like, okay, Dane Evans, watch what I can do, and now he's driven the Bombers into another good spot to score. Collaros is going to keep it himself, and it's actually Dakota Prukop who came in. That makes more sense, as that was a scheduled play to have Prukop keep that football.
Yeah, a little run option for the quarterback there, and Collaros back on the field now with a 2nd and 6. Big chance for the Ticats defense to force a field goal, and as opposed to a consecutive touchdown drive by Collaros.
Bombers are on the Tiger Cats 18-yard line. Tiger Cats lead 10-7. That lead is in a precarious position as the Bombers are threatening to score again. Flags all over the place. Collaros scrambling. He floats it into the end zone. Nobody there, and another flag flies. So this...
Well, first of all, Winnipeg waggled by at least one receiver was offsides, but something happened late in the backfield. And strange play. A lot of guys on the ground, Collaros included. I don't think this would be roughing the passer, but Collaros did end up on the ground, and there's 2 separate infractions here.
There wasn't a Winnipeg receiver very near that football where Collaros threw it. Tom Valesi and the rest of the officials are standing at the 26-yard line of the Tiger Cats discussing, and Tom Valesi wants one more clarification before he makes the announcement.
Well, the Ticats would decline the...
We have 3 penalties on the play. We have OC taunting, Winnipeg number 51. Major foul, Hamilton number 15. And we have offside on Winnipeg. All those fouls will balance, but because of the roughing, we'll have an automatic first down.
So the penalty to Kyle Wilson proves to be the most costly.
So Zach was outside the pocket to the right. Like I said, I didn't actually think that it was going to be a roughing the passer call. And Collaros ended up on the ground, but it was very, very shortly after having released the ball. And then, just crazy that all of those result in a zero yardage net and a first down for Winnipeg.
Sometimes words aren't necessary. That reaction probably is the same as a lot of Tiger Cats fans right now. So Winnipeg remains on the Hamilton 18-yard line, but it is first down. Late in the opening quarter, just over a minute to go. Crowd trying to get loud. It's a quick handoff to Janarian Grant. Tiger Cats, they spotted that quickly. Trey Crawford, Jovan Santos Knox, Richard Leonard, all combining to bring down Janarian Grant.
Okay, well, here's another chance, Ticat defense, for a 2nd and 6 to try to put this drive, to minimize this to 3 points. And they've got to at some point do this. And this is a strange game for Ticats. The offense has been rolling in this first quarter. The defense has multiple mistakes that have led to the ball staying in the Winnipeg hands.
Not what one would have predicted. So 2nd and 7. Winnipeg on the Hamilton 15-yard line. Collaros empty backfield, pump fake. Crawford got a touch on him. Mason Bennett couldn't bring him down. Stayed alive, kept the play alive, and then threw high to Nick Dembski. He could not make the catch. It's incomplete, and it is the field goal unit coming on the team for the Bombers.
There you go. So all for now. That crazy second down, 2 plays ago, ends up not probably mattering if they actually kick a field goal and make it here. Both would have been makeable distances for Leggio, of course. And that was a great job by the Ticats capitalizing after some mistakes with the rush. I mean, Caleros threw that ball 20 yards deep in the backfield there.
A couple of Tiger Cats had a chance. There's a flag that flies just as...
Too many men, Winnipeg. 5-yard penalty.
I was going to say, there was a lot of blue bombers out there. You see that?
It seemed like an easy call for Tom Valesi, who threw the flag himself.
And the blue bombers didn't know. They were all lined up to kick a field goal, and somebody's not supposed to.
Oh. Got to turn that mic off, Tom.
Now somebody runs off. There we go.
So the clock is running. There's 10 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Mark Leggio attempting the field goal from 27 yards. The snap, the hold, the kick, and it's good. Leggio hits from 27 yards. And how about the offenses in this game? Both teams have scored on their 2 possessions so far, and we're tied after 1 quarter of football at Tim Hortons Field. It's Winnipeg 10, Hamilton 10. We'll be right back with the second quarter on the Ticats Audio Network. Back at Tim Hortons Field, Dane Evans back on the field, completes a pass to Stephen Dunbar, a 12-yard gain for an active Green and Ross. First down. Wes Hills followed that with a run straight ahead for 4 yards. So now here we are, just past midfield. Tiger Cats on the Winnipeg 54. It's 2nd and 6 for the Tiger Cats. Now in the second quarter, going from right to left. They overload the left side. That's the wide side of the field, and that's exactly where Dane Evans throws. Completes the pass to Lamar Durant, and the sticks move again. It's a first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Great job by Dane finding that far all the way to his left on the sidelines, and Lamar Durant catching that and ensuring that he falls forward to cross that first down marker.
5th receiver already with a catch, so Dane Evans is spreading this football around. Now 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Dane Evans, he checks it down to Felix Garand-Gauthier. His 3rd reception, cuts to the inside, breaks a tackle. He's across the 35 of the Bombers, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Garand-Gauthier, the star of this opening half.
You think Felix Garand-Gauthier was a name that was talked about on the bye week a couple times in the offensive meeting rooms? Because seems like it to me. He has shown up tonight and with 3 great catches already in the first half.
Strategy, hardly used the fullback for the first 12 games, and now in game 13, let's get him going.
I see what they're doing.
Dane Evans rolls to the right, throws over the middle. Tim White could not make the catch. He was in a real danger zone there to get hit, and just as he was getting hit, the ball popped loose, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, got to squeeze that. That was right in Tim White's hands. Tough place of the field, I can say, to catch that when you know you're running at defenders while you're making that catch. You know he was just crossing the sort of right alley there on the field. Man, Dane's finding his guys quickly and putting the ball right on point.
Tim White did not look to be moving really well as he got back to the huddle just as the huddle was breaking. So Tiger Cats are on the Winnipeg 34. It's 2nd and 10 now. Dane Evans drops back to pass. He's got some time. No pressure yet. Looks, spotted a receiver. It was Durant. Again, had it in his hands. Could not make the catch. And another incompletion. That will bring out Seth Small again as the Tiger Cats hope to score on another possession.
You know, that was a great defensive call there by the Blue Bombers. Durant and Pappy White crossed right off the line of scrimmage, but they both got bumped and banged off of their routes. That's really hard to reestablish the timing when the defense disrupts those guys running right at the line of scrimmage, and I think Dane had trouble sifting his way through what was sort of a mixed-up concept.
Seth Small on the field, attempting a 41-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick, and Seth Small hits another field goal for the Tiger Cats. So the offense keeps putting up points. It's now 13-10 for the Tiger Cats, leading the Bombers.
Great to see Matt Schultz back out there holding the field goals for Seth Small.
Yes. Matt Schultz, last we saw him was before the bye week, and he had that brace on his hand, so he holds. Seth Smalls hit a couple. We'll see if the Tiger Cats defense can get the first stop of the game. It's 13-10 Tiger Cats. This is the Ticats Audio Network. To have the caretaker in attendance at Tim Hortons Field. He was here last night as well for the Canadian Football League Hall of Fame ceremony. You might have heard Bubba and Andy speaking with Ricky Ray, one of those inductees in the pregame show. Bubba and Andy are standing by for halftime. 13-10, Tiger Cats lead. Zach Caleros, he's sacked. The ball comes loose, and Malik Carney picks it up. It's a touchdown. Tiger Cats, the defense does it again.
Wow. Malik Carney got the pressure and got his hands on Caleros. It's almost like Caleros thought about throwing the ball away for it, but he lost control of the football. RJ, cover zero to start the drive on the Winnipeg 40-yard line. Mark Washington just said, I don't care. I'm bringing pressure, and I'm going to get my guys to Caleros. And look at that. Defensive touchdown. Right when I was talking about how much the defense needs to stop making mistakes. Oh, what a play by Malik Carney.
Malik Carney sacks Zach Caleros. The ball comes loose. Carney steps up and picks up the fumble, trots it into the end zone from about 20 yards out. That touchdown play driven by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. And now it's back-to-back games for this Tiger Cats defense where they've gotten themselves into the end zone. And that stops the run of the offenses in this game scoring. It's the defense for the Tiger Cats scoring. And now Hamilton leads 20-10, and we're early in the second quarter. They've put up 20 points on this Winnipeg Blue Bombers team. It's almost a dream start here, Luke.
It really is, and they are also, dare I say, winning the turnover ratio right now. And you remember, a defensive touchdown, it is the biggest, best play that you can get, because not only is it a turnover, which is already game-changing, it's points on the board immediately, and your free offensive production in a sense. And I'll tell you, for Dane Evans and his crew, it is the best feeling for the scoreboard to go up and you didn't even have to take the field.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an unbelievable momentum shifter when you get a defensive score like that. And not to come from the front rush, even better. To get those guys a touchdown, that is just awesome.
20 points for the Tiger Cats early in the second quarter. That's significant because the Bombers lead the league in fewest points allowed, averaging 19.2 points allowed per game. So in the second quarter, Tiger Cats have already exceeded that. Janarian Grant, he broke a tackle and could not keep that going as Grant McDonald made a good special teams tackle and stopped Grant at about the Winnipeg 36-yard line.
Yeah, Alden Darby in there as well, and he was fired up. And the Ticats twice have received a kickoff, now from what are left, from the north end of the field. And they got past the 40, and they're able to stop Winnipeg's, return going the same direction, shy of the 40. I mean, it's just a good win, head-to-head on special teams as well.
Bombers offense back on the field and tons of motion, most of it on the right side, and that opens up a receiver. It is caught. And it's first down for Winnipeg. It's caught by Brendan O'Leary-Orange.
That's the Blue Bombers wide receivers have already been flagged once on being offsides in their waggle, and I thought they were razor thin close to that as well, but good catch and reception for a first down.
All kinds of movement by that Winnipeg offense. Tiger Cats defense coming off a touchdown. Malik Carney got the sack, picked up the fumble, ran it in, but now they have to stop Winnipeg again, and Brady Oliveira breaks through. Not many big runs against this Tiger Cats defense, but that's a pretty good one. Looks like about 12 or 13. It's another first down, and Oliveira takes the Bombers into Ticats territory.
One thing that's interesting that the Blue Bombers do a little bit is, they are running concepts with their receivers, and they sort of had outward directional concepts, and that secondary gets cleared out. And so when Oliveira slips through the front rush and the linebacking core, there's nobody there. As Tunde Adeleke came up to make the tackle.
Bombers are on the Hamilton 47-yard line. It's another handoff to Oliveira. This time there is nothing there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
There's Malik Carney right there in the mix again for that tackle at the line of scrimmage after just scoring a touchdown. Here's that second down opportunity that you get most drives, and Winnipeg with a 2nd and 10, they are the best in the league, the only team who converts this more than 40% of the time, 2nd and 7 or more, and Zach Collaros and his ability to do that is an impressive thing to watch.
2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 47. Empty backfield for Collaros, and he has time, stays in the pocket. Now he has to roll to his left, throws sidearm, and it's complete. The ball comes loose late, and Richard Leonard saying it is not a catch. O'Leary Orange was the intended receiver, and they did say that that's incomplete.
And he had a chance, like the only player, I swear, the only player in the league who would have his eyes in that position is Zach Collaros. Like, I didn't think the ball could go there at all, but O'Leary Orange had a chance to pull that ball in and just couldn't do it.
So Mark Leggio is on the field, but he does the kicking and punting for the Bombers. As this situation, he will be punting. Leggio's kick, that will bounce at the 5 and roll into the end zone. And David Ungerer, not being pressured by the Bombers, slowly takes a knee. So that will be a point for the Bombers, and it is 20-11. The Tiger Cats lead. Dane Evans and the offense is coming back on the field when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. That's Tiger Cats language. Great to have you with us on the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. Mike Filer, former Ticat great, was the alumnus of distinction. He did the Oski Wee Wee chant with Pigskin Pete before the game, got the crowd all fired up, maybe got the team all fired up because the offense has been hot, and Mike will join Bubba and Andy at halftime. Dane Evans throws to a wide open. Tim White makes a move at the 50, and he's down across the Winnipeg 45-yard line. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. A 26-yard reception.
Tim White's struggling with something a little bit. He's having kind of a hard time getting back to the huddle, but that was a full 20-yard curl route or comeback, and when you got speed like Tim White, those DBs, they don't think you're stopping anymore. They got to commit to his speed down the field, and so you can protect Dane, which they did. Tim White on a deep comeback, that is just, that's almost unbeatable.
Tiger Cats having their way with the Bombers defense. It's a delayed handoff to Wes Hills, and he's barreling over Bombers, and he'll take that very close to another first down. Wes Hills running down Hills.
Well, it's Dedrick Nichols, who found himself kind of in a linebacker position from his usual boundary half. That is a mismatch there. That was Wes Hills. That's why he's starting today, is for that kind of physicality.
I tell you, Luke, when I watch him in practice, he stands out every single time, and he's been effective early on. On the Winnipeg 36, it's a handoff again to Hills. He went to the middle, cut to the right, and he's got enough for a first down. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down. A couple of big carries from Hills.
Big carries, and we're seeing him a decent bit in this first half. Ticats run the ball less than every team in the league, and that kind of was a little bit of a Sean Thomas Erlington looking leap forward there by Wes Hills to get the first down.
Yeah, we talk about how Wes Hills is a big bruising running back. He looked agile there. So now the Tiger Cats have moved up to the Winnipeg 33-yard line. Fresh set of downs, 6 minutes to go in the half. Dane Evans fakes a pitch, and then he dumps it off to Wes Hills, gets across the 30, down to the 25, and the Bombers finally bring him down, but they're getting a dose of Wes Hills on this drive.
Yeah, and he needs one real quick. That was 3 plays in a row. Well, decided Sean Thomas Erlington was about to come take one for him, but Wes Hills stayed out there.
Hey, he's been on the practice roster and injured. There's no way he's leaving the field. Now on the 25, 2nd and 2 here for the Tiger Cats. Dane Evans, high snap, doesn't bother him. He quickly throws off to the right. Tim White breaks a tackle, gets inside the 15. It's another first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
That was true 7-up, meaning cover 0, and the way the Blue Bombers did it, they were not faking anybody out. They had literally 7 guys on the line of scrimmage and brought the pressure. Pappy White added into the protection, and Dane Evans took the ball and in all-in-one movement got it out to Tim White to the right, who made a great gain. I mean, that's just great offensive play call against cover 0. Great execution all around.
First down from the 14. Jamie Newman, who's listed as the 3rd-string quarterback, is in the game right now, taking his first snap. Fakes the handoff, tries to run ahead, gets a couple of yards, but he keeps dragging this pack. The offensive line just keeps pushing. Newman stayed on his feet and got very close to the Winnipeg 5, but there is a flag.
You know, you think it could be a holding here, but you also wonder. Okay, so they called the false start here.
Procedure, Hamilton, no end. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Illegal formation there on Hamilton. That kind of, I don't know about that. That's a little silly to me. Dane Evans is just operating so efficiently, and you kind of throw in a little bit of just unnecessary self-imposed adversity here, and then you line up wrong in the specialty offense. Worst red zone efficiency in the league as far as an ability to turn it into touchdowns.
Dane's back in the game now. 1st and 15 for the Tiger Cats from the Winnipeg 19-yard line. The offense has scored on every possession, and Dane Evans going for it here. He's got Dunbar open.
Wow.
He makes the catch. It's a touchdown. Tiger Cats, Stephen Dunbar. It's happy hour.
Dane Evans, he doesn't care. You know, 1st and 15, whatever. That Stephen Dunbar Jr. had a 5-yard lead into the end zone on Jamal Parker. And to be honest, I'm not sure what move he put on there. I got to see it again. But they knew that was right from the start. Dane said, this is yours, and he made the most of it. Just an unbelievable throw and catch. Awesome conversion.
Dane Evans is back. He has been on point. Tim White has a touchdown. Stephen Dunbar has a touchdown. They remain tied for the Tiger Cats lead with 6 touchdowns apiece. Seth Small, he's on the field now for the 32-yard convert attempt, and it is good. The Tiger Cats continue to put up points. It's now 27-11 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the half. It's been a great first half for the Tiger Cats. We'll be back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats lead the Blue Bombers 27-11, and there's still over 4 minutes to go in the first half. The 27 points the Tiger Cats have scored so far are more than they've scored in 9 games this season. This is game number 13. So something clicked in the bye week. Tiger Cats kicking off. Janarian Grant. He has the long hair that covers most of the number 80 he wears. He got to the 35, and then he was pulled back and tackled. Beauchamp Joseph, who almost was starting at will linebacker. Kyle Wilson was a game-time decision, but that's a good special teams tackle by Joseph.
Really good. Great coverage by Craig Butler's kicking units tonight as the Blue Bombers have to start behind their own 30.
Tim Hortons Field is alive. Tiger Cats know at 3-9 it is time to get something going in the East Division. Just under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. We'll be close to the 3-minute warning. It's 27-11. Tiger Cats lead. A pitch to Nick Dembski. Tries to run to his right, then attempted to cut back to his left. Cam Kelly was there to lasso his legs and brought him down for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Kyle Wilson right there on the left side of the Ticats defense to sort of stop the forward momentum of Dembski. Too long getting out of the backfield for a wide receiver to get that, and the Ticat defense so strong against the run.
Bombers break the huddle. This will likely be the last play before the 3-minute warning. Tiger Cats lead by 16. Zach Calero, 2nd and 9 from their own 28. Drops back to pass. No pressure. Throws over the middle. It's complete Dalton Schoen makes the catch, and he is across midfield in Tiger Cats territory, and it will be a first down for Winnipeg. It's a huge gain as we get to the 3-minute warning. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the half. Bombers are on the move, but Tiger Cats lead 27-11. We will be right back with the conclusion of the opening half on the Ticats Audio Network. Always appreciate our listeners. Want to say hi to Justin Heels in Newmarket. They've got an 80s speaker hooked up to Ticats.ca, listening on an 80s speaker. They don't make them like they used to. Actually, they do with speakers, but Chris Robertson, part of Alberta Ticat Nation. Great to have you, Chris. And Rob Kerr wants to know your memories, Luke, of Ricky Ray, the new Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Ricky was awesome. I had a few chances to spend some time with him off field at kind of CFL events. Just as salt of the earth and as good a guy as you could imagine. And as good as he comes off, it's all real, But on the field, I remember climbing back into a game at the Rogers Center, and Ricky Ray I remember seeing the ball loft, the way that he used to throw kind of gently, and Chad Owens on a corner route to end the game and for Toronto to take the victory there. But what a great player, and just fun to play against him and to get to know him.
So jump in here, Luke. Pass over the middle to Dalton Schoen, and they're going to say that ball bounced. He did a pretty good job of making it look like he made the catch, but it was low and could not do it.
Yeah. There's something about our perception up here, because I also thought Dalton Schoen was offsides. he's I don't know, the waggle is very, very tight with Winnipeg, but a little too low, and kind of a miss there by Collaros, because that was a catchable space there for Schoen.
You're not often wrong on penalties, so you might be right. Maybe we'll see that called a little bit more. It might be mentioned to the officials at halftime. 2:26 to go until the half, and over the middle it is complete. Again to Dalton Schoen. Collaros keeps going to him, and he stays on his feet all the way down to the Hamilton 25-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, and now the Bombers are trying to cut into this 16-point deficit.
That was a great route, and it was really against two man. It really should have never happened, and incredible route there in reception.
No huddle here for the Bombers. Collaros runs to his right, and the throw is behind O'Leary Orange and goes incomplete.
Micah Johnson forced that errant pass from Collaros. He was right there chasing him down all the way to Collaros' right side. Boy, that's unfortunate there by the Ticats secondary to let that big reception happen and to push this down in the field goal range. It was really the coverage that you run to take away, that receiver or that passing option with the trail technique by Carol Brooks. But impressive route. That's what the Blue Bombers have done. They find a way to keep it alive and make a play.
Dalton Schoen, what an amazing rookie season. So here we are. Ball's on the Hamilton 25. 2nd and 10 for the Bombers. They're trailing 27-11. Collaros slings it over the middle. Nobody there for the Bombers. It's incomplete. And the Bombers will have to settle for 3 points.
Cam Kelly helping Collaros up off the ground after applying pressure, and again, that's the rush that that ball was not in a catchable area for any of the Winnipeg receivers. So these front four and this linebacking core is absolutely making a difference in this game.
Mark Leggio attempting a 34-yard field goal. 3 of his 4 misses this season have been inside 40 yards. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. And it's down the middle, so the field goal is good for the Bombers, and that will get them up to 14 points. But the Tiger Cats have 27. So it's still a 13-point lead for the Tiger Cats with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the half. This offense, Luke, has not punted, has not had to punt. They've put up points every single time they've been on the field.
Yeah, what a great place to be in here. That last touchdown throw from Dane Evans was really something to me. They got backed up by the penalty, and you got 1st and 15, but you're on the 20. They were on the 22-yard line. You could still get a first down. Most offenses are going to call a play to get half of that, get half the distance to the first down, or to get that first down, you don't have to go for the end zone. And they threw it up and let Steven Dunbar make a chance. That's a different looking Ticats offense to me.
Lots of motion, a high snap. Dane Evans catches it one-handed with his right hand. He throws to the right, and Stephen Dunbar breaks one tackle and gets very close to midfield. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Yeah, right now, this is a 4 o'clock start game, RJ, and the sun is, I was always very paranoid about that, and Stephen Dunbar Jr. just caught that right out of the glow of the sun. He's, right into his shadow, all of that, and it's nice, it's smooth, made it look easy.
It's on the far sideline, which is the east side. The west side of the field starting to be engulfed in shadows. It's a beautiful day for football. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening half. Tiger Cats are right at midfield. A fresh set of downs. Dane Evans looking deep. He's got a receiver open. It's caught. It's Keandre Smith. It's his first CFL touchdown. And he does a flip in the air. Tiger Cats can't be stopped in this opening half.
Sticks the landing on the front flip in the end zone. Not bad. And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers came up and showed what I had called that 7-up kind of cover zero to start, but then backed out of it. But when you do that, and when you show that aggressive blitzing defense and try to get out of that, well, you're not in perfect position to cover the deep ball. Dane Evans, unbelievable job to recognize that he was not under pressure. He did not have the 7-man rush. He had a standard rush, and he had time to set his feet and keep his eyes downfield. And again, Keandre Smith, he had 5 yards, and great for Dane to not make him slow down and to let him run through the end zone with that.
Anything catchable for Keandre Smith this season has been caught. That is a big one. 54 yards for a touchdown. Keandre Smith takes it into the end zone. That was driven by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and Keandre, keep that football. It's one of many touchdowns you're going to score in your CFL career. But how about the score? 34 points for the Tiger Cats. That's the most they've scored all season. Ties them for the most they've scored all season.
Just unreal. I mean, just excellent execution. And Dane, you got to also give credit. This protection for the Hamilton Tiger Cats has really allowed Dane to keep his eyes downfield. He is not frantic back there. He's not having to pitter-patter his feet out of his regular stance. And he's throwing strikes right now. Strikes.
It's the first time the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have allowed 30 or more points in a game in 28 games. Hasn't happened since October the 21st, 2021. That was against the Argos. 1:46 to go in the opening half. Everybody at Tim Hortons Field is having a pretty good time, except the few Bombers fans scattered across the stadium. 34-14. Tiger Cats lead by 20. Here's the kickoff. It's a good one. Janarian Grant from his own 4. He's got some open field ahead of him. Cuts to the middle. Gets across the 30 to 35. Grant McDonald dives and brings him down at the Winnipeg 40. It's a good return by Janarian Grant, and there's still lots of time with 1:38 to go.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. That was a solid. That was a 30-yard return there, and a really great effort by the Winnipeg return unit there. But the Bombers are stunned right now. I mean, there is no chance that any of them truly believed that this would be a possibility in the first half. Not a chance. And on the Ticats, clearly they had some belief that this could be a chance, and that really that's a lot to say there, because it's easy to be convinced by all the voices that you hear leading up to a game like this. But you're right, 1:38 is a lot of time for Zach Caleros here.
And the Bombers seem to find a way, so there's lots of football to go. Brady Oliveira, he goes the rough road straight ahead, and not a lot there, maybe 2 yards.
And to that point about Zach Caleros, 20 points, I mean, you can think back to the Calgary game here earlier this year. I mean, this is not a one football game by any means, and we're coming up on the 2 quarters where the Ticats have historically played horrendous. So they've got to continue to trend in the right direction here, because Zach Caleros is never out of it, as he's shown multiple times this season already.
It's a good point, Luke. It's a unique first half for the Tiger Cats, so we'll see if they can continue to be unique, but they've got to get out of this opening half. Rashid Bailey was used a lot early by the Bombers, catches another pass and gets this to midfield. It's a Bombers first down with 1:08 to go in the half. On the far hash mark, the shadows starting to get long. Beautiful afternoon for football in Hamilton. Caleros with time, throws to his left. He was looking for Bailey again, but it was not catchable, thrown out of bounds, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from midfield for the Bombers.
Again, the Ticats rush is really strong right now, and I think Caleros it was nearly a throwaway to the left there, out of bounds. And had he felt more comfortable and taken more time, I think he had crossing routes over the middle that were going to develop and to be open, but he's not totally comfortable right now. You know, the Ticats have done a great job of applying pressure.
Minute 4 to go in the half. Crowd trying to make things difficult for Caleros. He's seen it all before. 34-14. Tiger Cats lead. The pressure's there. Caleros can't get away. Mason Bennett gets the sack.
Cam Kelly right in there too. And guess what? It was cover 0, and they brought it off the edge very late. They disguised it well. And there was 2 Ticats running untouched up the middle. Zach Caleros did not have a chance to make a throw downfield. Unbelievable play call and execution. Mark Washington's defense.
Bombers are going to have to punt this football, and there's 50 seconds to go. The clock is running. Tiger Cats lead by 20 points. Back to return the kick is David Ungerer. Leggio gets the kick away. It's a wobbly kick off to the far sideline. Ungerer cuts to the middle, stays on his feet, now tries to go back to that far sideline. He'll cross the 35-yard line, and the Bombers' special teams brings him down there.
Good solid return there by Ungerer. Made a couple guys miss and gets just about a free first down or so for the offense. In 30 seconds, I mean, you got to reasonably, well, look at that, RJ. The wind's going, you know,
oh, yeah,
towards the water now. So, you know, it's helping Seth Small if they can move this down and get into field goal range here.
Seth Small is the longest field goal in the CFL this season at 58 yards. Tiger Cats offense has some work to do if they hope to get him within range with 29 seconds to go. They'd love to pile on more points. Dane Evans, he's back to pass. He throws right away. Intended it for Pappy White. It was a little high.
Yeah, and I think that's right in that same. I don't think Pappy White really noticed that ball kind of zip over his head, and it did seem high. But that's a tough spot on the field right now.
Sun could have been in his eyes. That brings the clock down to 25 seconds. 2nd and 10 for the Tiger Cats from their own 36-yard line. Dane Evans, 252 passing yards, 5th highest total all season, with a half to play, plus these 25 seconds. Won't be a pass. He hands off, and Wes Hill's looking agile. Initially went to his right, then cut to his left, got to the near side of the hash mark, and a gain of about 5 yards. So there's 20 seconds on the clock. Tiger Cats haven't had to punt today, but now Michael Domagala comes on the field and looks to be some confusion. He started to head back toward the sideline. And Domagala is...
Right, it's Tunde Adeleke. So, because there's 20 seconds and 20 seconds on a play clock, they should be able to end the game here. Or, excuse me, end the half.
Yeah. So, Tunde Adeleke in the punter's position. Domagala is on the field. He's wide off to the right. Clock is running. Tunde Adeleke taking the play clock down as far as he can, and that will take it down to a second, and that worked out pretty well for the game clock because there wasn't much time. All Adeleke had to do was take a knee, and that's it for the opening half. Could it have gone any better for the Tiger Cats?
I don't think it could have. I mean, that was it. That was the only drive that got stopped right there at the end of the half there, you know, and it just really, really impressive offense and just great execution at the times where there were some mistakes on the defensive side of the ball, especially. They bounced right back with a really well executed rush, or of course you had a defensive touchdown in there that changes the entire trajectory of the game. And for the running away with the MOP for the season, Zach Caleros, this defense has just done a great job of limiting the harm that he can cause.
So with Tunde Adeleke taking a knee, at the end of the half, the Tiger Cats did not punt in the first half of football. They put up a ton of points too. 34-14. The Tiger Cats lead the Bombers at halftime. Tiger Cats at the half with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuzzi is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
The Canadian Football Hall of Fame induction weekend coverage on the Ticats Audio Network.
Back at Tim Hortons Field, a nice ceremony at halftime for Ricky Ray, Paul McCallum, Chip Cox, Dave Ritchie, Roy Shivers, Keith Evans, Dick Thornton, Tim Tyndale, all honored at halftime. We are underway in the second half at Tim Hortons Field. Janarian Grant takes it out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. There is a flag on the field. The score entering the second half is 34-14.
During the return, holding, Winnipeg, 0-0. 10-yard penalty. First down.
34-14 for the Tiger Cats. But, Luke, we know in Tiger Cats games, the game doesn't start until the second half. So, a little bit to prove here.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, you know what I think about starting a drive with an offensive penalty, and Zach Collaros has to immediately take the field and walk backwards towards his own goal line. This is tough field position for them to try to start turning this game around.
They're inside their own 15. The ball is now spotted on the 13-yard line. The Tiger Cats put up 34 points in the opening half. That ties the most points they've scored in a game all season. And there's a half to go, but the Blue Bombers, can they battle their way back in? Cam Kelly, a huge hit. It was Greg McCrae who couldn't hang on to the football, and Kelly knocked it loose. It's incomplete.
I love that so much. When Cam Kelly, like, everything went red for a moment for him. I am telling you, he saw, you see it when you're getting set up for a huge hit, and he put on the gas to run downhill right away and put shoulder pads right into the ribs there. Man, that's a hard ball to hold on to when you're getting the wind, knocked out of you.
It was a big hit. Cam Kelly has been sensational in his second season. Leads the team with 4 interceptions. Here's a 2nd and 10 for the Bombers from their own 13. Wide open on the far sideline is Nick Dembski, and he's got the first down and a lot more. He'll take it up to the Winnipeg 33-yard line, and Collaros finds a way to keep this drive going.
So a lot of moving pieces in the Ticats defensive secondary there. Guys blitzing from underneath and guys, on the line, dropping back into what was a zone coverage, and Zach Collaros picked it apart. He made his way all the way from right to left to find Nick Dembski all alone.
Alden Darby on the field in place of Cariel Brooks in that Hamilton secondary. It's a handoff to Brady Oliveira. He's having success against this Hamilton defense that came in #1 against the run. It's a first down and a lot more for Oliveira, who takes it up to the Winnipeg 50-yard line.
Yeah, pretty impressive here. The Blue Bombers have climbed their way out from back by their own 12-yard line and up to their own 50, and piece by piece, and that was a big run there on the ground to get that first down and more.
Second half, Hamilton leads 34-14, and the Bombers are moving the football, trying to get points on the board. The defense needs to step up. Brandon O'Leary-Orange makes a catch, and he will take that across the Hamilton 50-yard line for another Winnipeg first down.
Yeah, glad to see Alden Darby kind of snap up off the ground. Kind of friendly fire from Jovan Santos Knox that we could hear from up here. But again, actually that was a really tight covered down by the Ticats defense. But Collaros finds the only guy who was open on that play. And boy, Collaros, you got to take away everything from him. He'll find whatever you give him.
Bombers overloading the short side of the field, the boundary side, with 4 receivers. That's to the left of Collaros. That's where he looks, and he's got a receiver. He completes the pass. It's O'Leary-Orange again. It's another first down for Winnipeg, and they're down around the Hamilton 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was 4 receivers to Collaros left, and everyone else was in protection. So it was just like sort of the dominoes falling from right to left as each receiver crossed, at deeper and deeper angles. And then that outside number 4 there does a dig, and that's who Caleros eventually found. But I like the coverage there by the Ticats, but Caleros is really, really finding his guy.
Caleros hands off to Dembski, trying to get to this near sideline, and he ran about 30 yards laterally before he was able to turn it upfield for a gain of a few, but he's inside the Hamilton 30.
And here's their chance. Here's that 2nd down and 4. The Blue Bombers have marched down the field to start off this second half really successfully, and the Ticats, this is their chance right now to limit this to a 3-point drive.
Bombers started on their own 13. 6 plays and 69 yards later, they're on the Hamilton 29-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. Zach Caleros touches his helmet with his right hand, taps his foot, keeps it himself.
Great stop.
And it's Dakota Prukop in there again. So he came in trying for the quarterback keeper.
That's strange to me. You know, Caleros is just picking it apart down the field, moving the ball in big chunks as they go down into 2nd and 4.
Yeah.
And they went for effectively, anyone could have guessed that was going to be a quarterback run. But all the less, great stop by the Ticat defense.
Prukop coming in, didn't get much. Mark Leggio. He will attempt a 36-yard field goal to try to cut into the 20-point lead that the Tiger Cats carried with them into this second half. This is the first possession of the second half. Tiger Cats watched Winnipeg take off over 4 minutes of time on the clock, and it ends with a field goal. Mark Leggio's kick is good. And now the Tiger Cats are doubling up the Bombers 34-17 early in the third quarter. We'll be back on the Ticats Audio Network. Canadian Football Hall of Fame here at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. And there's been an influx of new inductees with the COVID delayed 2020. They joined the 2021 class, and yesterday was a big ceremony for the 2022 Hall of Fame class. Dane Evans, a great opening half of football. 252 yards passing. He threw 3 touchdowns in 19 attempts. He had 3 touchdown passes on his previous 129. A flag immediately on the Tiger Cats. This will push them back. So now 1st and 15. Tiger Cats on their own 35-yard line. The Tiger Cats did not punt in the opening half. Put up 34 points. Little help from Malik Carney on defense with a sack of Caleros. He picked up a fumble and scored a defensive touchdown. Dane Evans steps back, throws into tight coverage, and unable to make the catch is Keandre Smith, but he was the only black jersey in a sea of Winnipeg Blue Bombers over there.
Yeah, it's still very close, and Dane really threw that hard because he knew that was, you know, that space was diminishing with every moment, but just a little bit too late still. Really just too good of coverage by Winnipeg there.
Dane Evans really moved that ball around to different receivers in the opening half. We're in the third quarter now. It's 2nd and 15. Tiger Cats on their own 35. The Bombers got some pressure. Dane Evans throwing deep. Tim White can't come up with it. Wow. That was step for step with Evan Holm and Tim White. It was a pretty good throw by Dane. It was right there, but a good defensive play to knock it away.
Yeah, it really was. He gave him a chance to do it, and there was a lot of guys deep by that time, and Dane did a great job of stepping out of the way of Willie Jefferson, you know, as he made that rush, but just a slight miss with Tim White.
By the way, Jackson Jeffcoat, the other star on that defensive line for the Bombers, one of many stars, is injured, will not return. Janarian Grant sprints up the middle, gets to the 35, and the Tiger Cats special teams puts an end to his return right there. Early in the third quarter with 9:41 to go, the Tiger Cats lead 34-17 and punted for the first time in this football game. Bombers offense coming back on the field when we return on the Ticats Audio Network. All right, want to say hello to all of you listening on the Ticats Audio Network, and a few of you have emailed in. We appreciate that. Dan Kwiatkowski in White Sands, Alberta. Great to have you listening. David Donald in St. Louis ditched ESPN to listen to the Ticats Audio Network.
Nice.
David, we appreciate you.
Very good.
And Helen Daly on the dock in Tobermory. It's beautiful in Tobermory. I love it there. Their vacation is bringing the Tiger Cats luck, and Helen, I have to agree with you. It's a great time for a vacation. Maybe you should take it more often if it's going to help the Tiger Cats.
Is it the black uniforms, Mike Filer, Helen Daly? No one knows what today is. What's bringing the luck today?
Bombers are the only ones to score in the second half. It's still 34-17 for the Tiger Cats. Caleros throws it. It's intercepted. Jamal Roll. He's backtracking. Right near midfield, he was trying to find an opening, but Jamal Roll has an interception for the second consecutive game.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the field now that came out well after the play.
This has got to be on Winnipeg. I saw a hand come over the top to hit Richard Leonard in the face mask, but Ticat defense, they got the rush in there. In a 17-point game, Zach Caleros forced that ball into a space that he shouldn't have. Jamal Roll in perfect position to come up with the second turnover over the night for the Ticat defense, and that's what they've been missing, And if you've got a team behind, then that quarterback's prone to throw an interception, right?
Jamal Roll was backtracking, hoping to get away from the receivers and deal with the offensive line. It is
Conduct foul, 15-yard penalty, Winnipeg. 15 yards, first down.
And remember these second halves this year, Luke, that have gone against the Tiger Cats? So that's a big interception to get the turnover and then a huge penalty on Winnipeg.
Absolutely. And right now, with a drive start at the Winnipeg 41, you can't take a negative play right now. Ensure your field goal on this drive to capitalize on that turnover.
First interception Caleros has thrown in his last 3 games. That Jamal Roll interception presented by My Insurance Broker. Offense back on the field. Dane Evans right back to work, and he looks like Great Dane today. It's another completion to Stephen Dunbar. Will be very close to a first down.
Yeah, I love the call, and that was just really, that coverage was off right to start, and really quickly Dane gets that ball out there. No second guessing. Just putting the ball in Stephen Dunbar's hand and letting him get a chance to make a play, and 8 yards on first.
Dane Evans, 15 for 21, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, and we're still early in the third quarter. It's a 17-point lead for the Tiger Cats. Here's a 2nd and 2 from the Winnipeg 33. Handoff goes to Wes Hills. And he got a couple of yards. We'll see where they spot this. He should be close to the first down. Doesn't have it, but how far away is he?
Yeah, less than a yard. Ticats' lowest percentage makes on short yardage.
Dane stays in, wastes no time, dives ahead. This is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. That moves the ball up to the Winnipeg 29-yard line. 8 minutes, the clock is running. That's all that remains in the third quarter. Jamal Roll with an interception. That has allowed the Tiger Cats to create the turnover and be in pretty good field position after a misconduct foul by Winnipeg. They find themselves within field goal range. Tiger Cats want more than that, though. Dane Evans slings it to Pappy White, and he's got all kinds of room at that far sideline. He'll cross the 20, be just shy of the Winnipeg 15. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
Man, really great rhythm with this offense right now. And, Dane had a screen set up to his left that it looked like Winnipeg sniffed right from the start and covered down hard, and then turns back with Pappy White all alone to the right side. I mean, just really great ebbing and flowing, and it seems to me like Tommy Condell and Dane Evans sort of have Winnipeg defense number right now.
That's the 7th receiver for Hamilton to catch a pass this afternoon. Dane Evans, empty backfield on this. Throws it over the middle. It's complete again to Pappy White, and he is inside the 10.
sort of caught it from his belly, like on the ground.
Yeah.
He was kind of slipped up over the top of the ball and taking the ball quickly here.
Yeah, it's short yardage, so Dane Evans keeps again and takes a step to his left, then dives ahead. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. Tiger Cats keep it rolling, and they're going to have a first and goal. This ball is on the Winnipeg 6.
No huddle.
Dane Evans in the shotgun. He pitches it to Tim White, trying to get the edge, and he'll get inside the 5. The Blue Bombers did not let Tim White get to the outside.
No, they did not. And I always say with a wide receiver run, it has to happen quick, and that did. And Tim White did get the ball quickly, and it was efficient, but great job by the Winnipeg defense to capture the edge. Really multiple players capturing the edge there for a small gain by Tim White.
So second and goal, up to the Winnipeg 4-yard line. Tiger Cats, with their second half woes, could really use a touchdown. Extend this lead as much as possible. High snap for Dane Evans, fakes the handoff to Wes Hills, and it is a touchdown. Tim White is shining bright, his second of the game.
Wow. How about that, RJ? There is 40 points on the board for Hamilton. We haven't seen that yet in 2022.
Nope.
And Dane Evans, 4th touchdown of the game. Tim White, it's quick. The ball's out of his hands right away. Man, that bye week did wonders for number 9, and they are rolling right now. Aggressive play calling, and everybody's making a play when it's their turn to make it.
Jeff Jarrett, at best in the business, just was on top of that 40-point statistic you were talking about, Luke. First time in 35 games, Tiger Cats have scored 40 or more points. October 4th, 2019 was the last time they did it.
I was
Small
out there.
hits the convert. That's right. You were out there. You were out there. You were probably contributing.
2019 was a tough year for me, RJ.
Well, you're contributing now.
Yes. There
Explaining the plays perfectly. The Tiger Cats, what a game. Third quarter, 5:39 to go. It's 41-17. Tiger Cats lead the Blue Bombers. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
This is Rob Hitchcock.
And I'm Mike Morielli. Now back to Luke and RJ
on the Ticats Audio Network.
Morielli and Hitch, always great to hear from them. They'll be enjoying this. 41-17. Tiger Cats lead the Blue Bombers. 5:39 to go. It's been a beautiful day for football, weather-wise. Beautiful day for football for the Tiger Cats, too. Lights just came on at Tim Hortons Field as the sun is set. Shadows on the field now. The kickoff to Janarian Grant. He catches it at his 5, starts to his left, cuts to the right, tries to go up the middle.
Wow.
And that is another tackle by Voshan Joseph. He is making quite an impression, almost cracked the starting lineup, and you get the feeling he's not far away from a starting job with the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're one of the guys who's on all 4 special teams units, meaning kickoff, kick return, punt return, you are a starting player, and he's showing up tonight and making a difference. Winnipeg, again, has to start behind their own 30-yard line. I will say the Ticats have had somehow the wind at their back for all 3 quarters so far.
Hey,
I like that.
Football gods,
Yeah,
they
right.
work in funny ways. 41-17, Tiger Cats lead. The Bombers trying to salvage something here. Brady Oliveira, he has had some success against the league's #1 run defense. This is another pretty good run. Looks like 6 or 7.
Very good, and the unfortunate thing for the Winnipeg offense is that they don't have time to rely on that. You know, Zach Collaros is going to have to put the ball into the air and do it smartly, and this Ticat defense has been a real problem for him tonight.
2nd and 4. Bombers are on their own 31-yard line. Dalton Schoen, Nick Dembski. They run to the left of Collaros, and the handoff goes to Oliveira, who welcomed the contact. He got ahead of steam, and he barrels ahead across the 35 and gets the first down.
Yeah, really, really great initial stop, but Brady Oliveira, really impressive second effort to get the first down on 2 runs in a row.
The Bombers' starting field position, they started on their own 40 or less on all 9 drives today. So that special teams has really kept Janarian Grant in check on his returns. 1st and 10, Bombers on their own 36-yard line now. Play action to Oliveira. Collaros rolls to his right. The pressure was coming from Malik Carney, and he threw a low pass that was caught by Brandon O'Leary Orange.
See, that looks like such a meaningless play. Almost looks like you kind of think, well, they weren't able to do what they wanted to do, and that's true, but that's an 8-yard gain that Zach Collaros just pulled out of thin air.
Yeah.
You know, like so many other quarterbacks would have ended the play, and rightly, and to no blame. They could have thrown the ball away or done any number of things, but he was patient enough and continues to keep his eyes downfield for a free 8 yards.
Now up to the 44-yard line. The handoff went to Nick Dembski, and he's getting to the outside. Tunde Adeleke. That was an important tackle for the Tiger Cats, even though it was a big gain for Dembski. If he got past Adeleke, he might have been gone.
And Tunde Adeleke is an excellent open field tackler, but Nick Dembski is also very hard to bring down. And so that was a good matchup there. And after a great gain for Dembski, it's Tunde that makes the final stop. Crossing midfield here, and Zach again is building up a drive.
13-yard run for Dembski. 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 53. The Bombers have crossed midfield. Empty backfield for Collaros. A quick throw, another completion. Rashid Bailey, he will cross the 35-yard line before Jamal Roll trips him up.
Cover 0. Right as they have that explosive play, it crosses into Hamilton territory. I like the call. They go an aggressive full blitz there, but good enough protection by the Winnipeg front 5, really front 6 to give Zach enough time to make that throw. That's been the call that's really worked a lot tonight for the Hamilton defense.
The Bombers have had the ball for a lot of this second half, but have managed only 3 points. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, they're on the Hamilton 43. Collaros stays in the pocket. It's a high throw that went through the hands of Dalton Schoen and then through the hands of Tunde Adeleke, but he might have been screened a bit by Schoen on that football. That was close to another interception.
Yeah, a little high there from Collaros. I thought Dalton Schoen had a chance to get that reception, and really he probably could have pulled that in high too, but that would have been an incredible pick because it's so hard to catch that after a ball gets knocked out of the way.
Still on the Hamilton 43, Jamal Roll looking at that east side of the stands, and he's waving his hands in the air, encouraging the crowd to get loud. The defense attempting to get a stop. 2nd and 10, Collaros under pressure, rolls to his right, throws on the run. It is caught. It's Brandon O'Leary Orange. He's inside the 30. It's another Winnipeg first down, and Collaros does it again, Luke.
Yeah, it's Zach has such a wide vision of the field that it's like he's throwing the receivers to open areas, not even unrelated to the route that was called, and it's really effective.
On the Hamilton 27, there's a sidearm throw from Collaros, another completion across the 25-yard line, very close to the 20. Greg McRae with the catch.
Yeah, cool play call there. The Winnipeg receivers lined up in a 4-receiver diamond to the right, which is the set for a wide receiver screen. But those front 3 took off and run routes down the field, and then Collaros has the option to take a shot down the field, and then he ended up checking it down to that screen receiver all by himself there. But really, really cool play.
2nd and 4. It's a big one for this Hamilton defense. There's 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. The clock is running. Winnipeg's on the Hamilton 21. It's a handoff up the middle, and Greg McRae is breaking tackles, takes this all the way down to close to the Hamilton 6-yard line. It's another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, and late in this third quarter, the Bombers are on a roll. Ball is on the Hamilton 6. Last play of the third quarter. To hand off to Brady Oliveira. He saw an opening, and that evaporated quickly. Alden Darby Jr. got over. Little help from Micah Johnson, Trey Crawford. They're able to stop Oliveira short of the end zone. He'll be inside the 5-yard line. We're through 3 quarters at Tim Hortons Field. And the Hamilton Tiger Cats lead the Blue Bombers 41-17. The 4th quarter is coming up on the Ticats Audio Network. About to start the 4th quarter. It's 41-17 for the Tiger Cats. And by the way, the annual Tim Hortons Smile Cookie campaign is back starting on Monday. 100% of the proceeds from sales of Smile Cookies will go to support 665 charities and community groups across Canada. To participate in this year's Smile Cookie campaign, visit your local Tim Hortons restaurant or place an order through the Tim Hortons mobile app for delivery. Smile Cookies are delicious. There was an injury on the field, Luke. It was Dylan Wynn. It did not look good at the time, but he did get up under his own power. Tiger Cats don't need any more major injuries to star players.
That would be major, and he is pacing the sidelines right now with his helmet on, talking to the also injured Julian Hauser, and we'll see how the game progresses and what the status is there. But this is a really impressive drive by Zach Collaros, and that's just the Blue Bombers. They're never out of a game, haven't been all season. They just keep on driving down and doing what they do on offense, no matter what the point difference is. And we'll see. Whole quarter to play, and that's never done in the CFL.
Well, the 4th quarter has been uncomfortable for the Tiger Cats this season. They hope to change that. The Bombers in the 3rd quarter march this football all the way down to the Hamilton 3. So if they do get points on it, which unless there's a turnover, they likely will, those points will be against Hamilton in the 4th quarter, just to add to that lopsided statistic, even though most of the damage was done in the 3rd quarter. So it's a 2nd and goal for the Bombers from the Hamilton 3, and it's a 41-17 lead for the Tiger Cats. Dane Evans has been excellent. That has been today, Luke, the Dane Evans everybody wanted to see and expected to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Bombers break the huddle. We're underway in the 4th quarter. Zach Collaros takes a look, gets Dembski and Schoen in motion. McRae now comes to help block. It's a play action, throw to the end zone. Dembski couldn't come up with it. Good coverage by Tunde Adeleke.
This will be interesting. Are they gonna, is this 3-down territory yet?
They have to, don't they, Luke?
Yeah, it's a 24-point game, though, which is interesting because, you know, a field goal puts you to 21 points, you know. I mean,
yeah.
At some point tonight you could reason you might need a field goal anyways, but...
Are you going to get to the 3-yard line again?
Yeah, true. You're right. And so it looks like they're keeping Zach's out on the field, make a personnel change, so does the Hamilton defense, but it's not a short yardage scenario. I mean, they got 3 yards to go. They have to run a legitimate football play.
Crowd, they're pumped, they're loud. Early 4th quarter, big moment in this football game. Bombers trying to cut into the lead. Play action again. Bennett putting pressure on Collaros, and it's knocked down by Voshan Joseph out there on defense. There is a flag, though.
It's got to be on Voshan Joseph, I think, a defensive holding as Dembski left the backfield. But, well, we'll see if they determine that it was at the line of scrimmage and that they were still making legal contact.
Hamilton's defense is coming back on the field, so you're probably right, Luke.
And unfortunately, a penalty here would push this to the 1-yard line, and then you are going to get a short yardage situation from the Winnipeg offense. They're still talking about it, though. It isn't clear because...
Yeah, Collaros has gone to the Winnipeg sideline, but he doesn't do the short yardage for the Bombers anyway. Tom Valesi, the referee, discussing with the other officials. I think he's ready for the call.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Procedure, Winnipeg no end. Illegal contact, Hamilton. The difference is 5 yards. We'll go half the distance, but it'll be a first down.
So that does bring the football to the 1.5-yard line. Half the distance of 3.
That's twice we've seen a
no end.
A no end, and also both times it's been negated by other penalties on the same play. Strange circumstances, but now it's first down on the 1.5.
Dakota Prukop under center. Goes to his right, dives into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Bombers. So very early in the fourth quarter.
And they're going to go for 2 here.
The Bombers trying to cut into this lead. It's 41-23. Well, Leggio is on the field.
Oh, never mind. Yep.
So
I actually like to that puts it, if you go for 2 and get it, that puts it to a 2-score game at 16 points. If my off the top of my head math is right, but
yeah. You're pretty good, Luke.
Thank you.
Pretty good at math.
Cornell.
Yeah, it's paying off.
My communications degree.
Yes. High snap. It just got put down in time for Leggio to be successful on that convert.
This is late flag after that kick was, after the play was over, it seemed to me.
So more discussion with the officials. 41-24 is the score. 41 points. That's the most the Tiger Cats have scored this season. Coming off the bye week. Said it in the pregame. Tiger Cats have won every game after a bye week since the Ticats Audio Network has been in existence. I did leave out that this is just the 4th game after a bye week.
But hey, it holds true. So far, you know, they're in position for it at least.
Here's the call from Tom Valesi.
What's
times
going
in this
on
game
there with the no end? Two plays in a row, or 2 out of 3 in a row. I mean, that's a little...
Somebody's really keeping an eye on the end.
Well, at least this one counts, though, right? This this no end penalty is going to affect a team's chance here. And
so the
okay, interesting. I would have assumed that the Ticats would have had the right to apply this to the kickoff, and that's obviously not the case. So they'll have to.
They're applying it to the convert, but it pushes them back. Now instead of 32 yards, it'll be 37-yard convert attempt for Mark Leggio.
His misses have been short this year.
That's right, 3 of 4 inside 40, and really nothing changes. No problem. Leggio makes the convert. A good drive by the Bombers. They started on their own 25. They went 13 plays, 85 yards, 6 pass, 6 rush, 1 penalty helped them out. So they really used a variety, but now the problem for Winnipeg is the clock. 14 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the football game. Tiger Cats have to have a solid fourth quarter here.
Yeah, and they really, well, of course they need to continue to avoid mistakes, which they've done very well for the first 3 quarters. But they also just need to string some first downs together and just hold on to this football and keep what you just said as a reality, that the clock is, the Blue Bombers have to play both the Ticats and the clock for the next 14 minutes. And, the best strategy to me, RJ, is to just keep Dane throwing strikes like this. Don't put on the brakes there. The Ticats aren't built to just run the clock away and just run the ball down the field and steal the time from opponents. You got to let Dane be Dane, which is what he's doing tonight very well.
Mark Leggio all set to kick off. Tim White waits for it at his own 11. Starts ahead, cuts to the middle. He's got some blocking in front of him from Sean Thomas Erlington. He's across the 40 up to the 45, or very close. And there was an opening right up the middle between the hash marks, and Tim White took advantage of it, and that's good starting field position for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, that's another way you can win this fourth quarter, is by winning the field position battle, and that's up to the 44-yard line. Tim White, Lawrence Woods has been missing for a few games now, and he was outrightly the best return man in the CFL to start off the season, and Tim White picking up some slack today. We have not seen him in the return game a ton this year, and it's just, he's been very, very impactful, especially on the kick returns.
He's so fast that he has that ability to break a play. Dane Evans waves Felix Garand-Gauthier, who's had a career game this afternoon for the Tiger Cats. The pass goes to Wes Hills. He's hit hard, but he did get across the 45-yard line. It'll be a minimal gain of a couple. Evan Holm threw the hit on Wes Hills. 2nd and 8. Tiger Cats would like to have the ball for a while here in the fourth quarter. Take some time off the clock with a 41-24 lead against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Ball on the Hamilton 46. Dane Evans with 4 receivers to his left. That's the wide side of the field, but he throws to his right. It's not catchable, low and too far ahead of Stephen Dunbar. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on that far sideline. So Keandre Smith was offside.
Yeah, not the drive the Ticats were hoping for to start off their offensive fourth quarter. It's that return from Tim White is all they have to hang any weight on here as they try to flip the field on Winnipeg.
Second time the Tiger Cats have to punt in this game. Michael Damagala at his own 32-yard line. Back to return is Janarian Grant, standing between the hash marks at his own 13. Damagala gets the kick away. It's a wobbly kick. It'll bounce at the 30. Caught by Grant at the 25. Goes to his right immediately. And it's good tackling. Gordon White, the long snapper, out there making a very strong special teams tackle. The Tiger Cats are leading the Blue Bombers 41-24 with 12:26 to go in the game. We'll be back on the Ticats Audio Network. Back at Tim Hortons Field, great to have you with us. A terrific afternoon now into evening in Hamilton under the lights at Tim Hortons Field. Tiger Cats lead 41-24 in the fourth quarter. How you feeling, Tiger Cats fans?
You know, you've got to feel really great about a lot of stuff, but Zach Collaros and the Blue Bombers do not just roll over and lose games, and they just put together a very impressive, albeit 6+ minute drive. And again, that's two things they're going to have to work on as the Blue Bombers is leaving enough time for them to score the points they have to score.
Collaros, quick pass, complete to Dalton Schoen. That'll get the Bombers about halfway to a first down, up to about the 36-yard line of Winnipeg's fourth quarter. I think most Tiger Cats fans are optimistic with the score, but not confident yet. Under 12 minutes to go in the game. Zach Collaros takes a look to his left. That's the boundary side of the field. 3 receivers over there. Collaros steps back, continues to look to his left, and he throws over the middle. Dalton Schoen in full flight, and he's hit, brought down at the Hamilton 50. Rodney Randall Jr. got the first hit on him, but the Bombers are moving the football. They're into Hamilton territory.
And we've seen the Ticat defense have success with pressure tonight, but in their zone coverages like that last play, Zach Collaros really has an ability to see the vacant zones there. I think they're going to have to increase that pressure and tighten down some of these coverages, man or zone, and try to force the issue.
A quick pass to Brandon O'Leary-Orange. That'll get the Bombers very close to a first down at the Hamilton 41. Dakota Prukop back on the field. This quick Bombers offense with the no huddle not giving you time to get your analysis in.
Come on, Zach.
What is going on? Prukop dives ahead, and he will get the yard for the first down.
I think so often you see missed opportunities in the CFL. I would have ran a fake short yardage there.
You were looking at me, just so the listeners know. You gave me a look. I was wondering what I said, but it was on the field.
Maybe every offense coordinator would roll their eyes when they hear me say this, but it's a gimme. In fact, Winnipeg is the best short yardage team in the CFL. I'd take a shot there, but so be it. Here we go.
Carry on. 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 39. Dalton Schoen, big game, 5 catches, 133 yards. Again, looked very close to offside. Caleros throws wide open. It's Schoen again. And it takes a couple of Tiger Cats to bring him down. He's inside the 15.
They've got to establish that pressure that was so effective in the first half and get into Caleros' space. Because when the 4-man rush with the zone coverage just isn't what gets it done against Zach.
Bombers no huddle again. The pass to Rashid Bailey. He leans over, and it's a touchdown for Winnipeg. There is a flag. There is a flag, far side of the field.
Offside. Hamilton, number 49. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Okay, so it is a touchdown for the Bombers, and that took hardly any time at all. Still 9:36 remaining in the game. Tiger Cats are leading 41-30, and it looks like the Bombers will go for another single.
Dylan Wynn is on the sidelines, helmet on the top of his head, cleats on, pads on, but he is notably missing from that defensive effort on that last drive where Caleros, standard drop back, not scrambling around doing anything amazing, just dropping back and finding his guy in his own coverage.
9:24 to go in the game. The convert by Leggio was good. It's 41-31. Now it's just a 10-point lead for the Tiger Cats. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
This week on the Ticats Audio Network.
That's what's so special about this team and so special about this place, Hamilton here, is like, that's just not who we are. Like, that's never going to happen, you know. Guys go out there and give it their all every practice, every game. And I don't think we'll ever have to worry about that being an issue here.
That's quarterback Dane Evans on the fact no one is quitting the Ticats locker room. As heard with Louis Putko on Ticats Today. Every weekday, new content drops on the Ticats Audio Network, and that was Dane talking on Tuesday. And clearly no quit by the Tiger Cats. But what was once a 24-point lead for the Tiger Cats is now down to 10 points with 9:24 to go.
Well, Caleros and the Winnipeg offense put together a 6.5-minute drive followed by a less than 3-minute drive, both for touchdowns.
Leggio's kickoff, that'll bring Tim White to the near sideline. Inside the numbers now, he'll get back to the far hash mark and winds up backtracking. He was pushed back by the Bombers, and it looked like he was up to about the 20, and they appear to be spotting him there. He was pushed back to the 15, but his forward progress got him to the 20.
And now it's the coverage units for Winnipeg, you know, running down the field, and you can just pulsating energy as they converge to make that tackle. And this is what winning teams do, is they just never give up, and their players continue to make plays. Hamilton has 39 yards of offense in the second half, and Winnipeg has 232.
We've seen this a lot this season. 9 minutes to go. Dane Evans hands off to Wes Hills. Cuts to his right, now up the middle. It's a big run for Wes Hills. He gets up across the 30-yard line. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
It looks like he's maybe cramping a little bit, or he's struggling with something, because he kind of fell on his own after a really great move on Adam Bighill, who was going to cut off his momentum to the right there. But either way, a great first down. Very, very much so needed. Wes Hill on the sidelines now.
40 yards rushing on 7 carries for Wes Hills. It's a first down for the Tiger Cats. They're up to their own 32-yard line. Bunch formation of receivers behind Dane Evans. They come in to block. Sean Thomas Erlington gets the handoff, and he has a nice run. Straight ahead. Throws a big hit on the Bombers' safety. That was Brandon Alexander, and about a yard and a half shy of the first down. So a good run by Sean Thomas Erlington.
5 receiver set now in the game as Felix Grand-Gouchier leaves the field.
Ball up to the 40-yard line.
I'll bet you this might be a concussion spotter stoppage of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right. The officials are going over to Brandon Alexander.
He's got to leave the field. And I actually think it was friendly fire, RJ.
Yeah.
Sean Thomas Erlington ducked underneath Alexander's tackle, and it might have been Big Hill running the opposite way, who sent Alexander backwards, and that's actually kind of the ones that are hurt the most, because you never expect it. You never expect your own guy.
Yeah.
And so as he's bracing for Sean Thomas Erlington, he kind of gets hit a little different. And yeah, I mean, I can kind of, if concussion protocol is a thing, I can kind of see how that one gets tagged.
Nick Hallett comes in at safety for the Bombers. Let's see if the Ticats target that. They don't. They keep it on the ground. They wanted the first down, and Sean Thomas Erlington gets it. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
You know, part of the beauty of these 2 first downs that they've just got is also giving the defense a rest, who has not had one yet in the second half. That third quarter, they were on the field the whole time, and Zach Caleros has continued to pick them apart, and now they can at least take a breath while the Ticats line up for first down on their own 46.
Under 7 minutes to go in the football game. Tiger Cats lead by 10. Dane Evans starts the waggle with the receivers. A good catch by Stephen Dunbar. It was a little ahead of him, reached out with his hands and hauled it in. Looks like about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it's, you know, there's so many moving parts to get a wide receiver screen over there to the far side of the field, and it takes a long time, but it's a 5-yard gain, no less. Well, just shy of 5 yards, but good job by Stephen Dunbar to secure that ball.
Tiger Cats up to their own 50-yard line. It is 2nd and 6. Clock is running, 6:15 to go in the game. Dane Evans throws over the middle, wide open, Pappy White, and he's tripped up at the Winnipeg 40. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
That was a great play call. Sean Thomas Erlington came out of the backfield and pulled Adam Bighill across the field, took the free safety with him, while Pappy White ran a very nifty little route, cutting back into that space, made vacant by Sean Thomas Erlington's route. Just well called, well executed.
You kind of had a hunch they'd go to that safety spot with Alexander off to the locker room.
Yes.
Dane Evans has thrown for over 300 yards for the 4th time this season. It's a handoff this time to Tim White, and really not much there, if anything at all, as he ran to his right, but the Bombers were right there with him.
And that catch there for Pappy White brought them up to the 39-yard line, brings them into field goal position, and a field goal is important here. You know, it's a 10-point game currently, and though, you know, turning that into 13, obviously still a 2-score game, but it forces 2 touchdowns from the Blue Bombers, and again, that clock is being eaten away, and a conversion on the second and 9, RJ, that seals the day for a guy like Dane.
Tiger Cats have taken over 4 minutes off the clock here. Dane Evans under pressure. He's going to run. Dane Evans right straight ahead. Adam Bighill brings him down. Dane Evans gets the first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. And you think Dane Evans wants to win this game or what?
Gutsy. He took off, and he's running up to a Hall of Fame linebacker to get to that first down, and he finds his way there. Play broke down, the protection broke down, and Dane made it happen.
Dane Evans, fearless, coming off an injury. He's missed a couple of games, healed up after the bye week, looks fantastic today. But there's no way he was going to dive there. He wanted the first down and got it. Tiger Cats up to the Winnipeg 29. Wes Hill's back in the football game, breaks a tackle, gets past the line. He's across the 20 and very close to another Tiger Cats first down.
As Willie Jefferson comes over the top of Wes Hills there, he's bringing the proverbial hatchet with his hand down to strip that ball out, and the Ticats.
Short yardage here, Luke. Dane Evans dives ahead. I don't see a signal yet.
Timeout, Winnipeg.
So 3:32 on the clock, getting close to the 3-minute warning.
Looks like they'll measure this, but dare I say, the Ticats have protected the football very well tonight. Wes Hill gripping that, securing that. You can imagine, I mean, I just know how much that's been talked about in team meetings every week as they've continued to lose the turnover ratio, and they've hammered down on that, and now you see guys really with it ingrained in them to not make that mistake.
Turnover battle. Tiger Cats are winning it. They've created 2, and they haven't turned any over. They're measuring for the first down now. Hamilton this drive, 6 rushes, 5 over 6 yards. So it is short, not by much. What do you think, Luke?
You got to go for this. It's 3rd and an inch. You eat the clock away more. Put it on your guys to be great here and make this short yardage play happen.
Okay. So 3 points could potentially be there. Let's see how far they're. That looks, yeah, it is inches. The marker was a little far away initially. Yeah, this is, with that yard buffer, this should be really easy for the Tiger Cats.
It's no gimme. You've got a great defense here.
Dane Evans dives ahead, and that is a first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Dane Evans dives forward. Bombers still holding out hope, calling a timeout. 3:36 has been put on the clock. It was down to 3:27, so they added some time.
Yeah, interesting. That timeout 2 plays ago, I thought was less time on the clock than 3:36, but maybe we must have missed them add some time back for that first timeout that Mike O'Shea took.
The officials having another discussion.
The drive that Dane Evans has put together right here which started on his own 20-yard line, by the way. They've got 10 plays for 72 yards. This is the kind of drive that they have not been able to create in fourth quarters this season.
Right.
But Dane pieced it together here, and here's the other thing they have to do that they have not been able to do, is not turn the ball over here.
Right. 3:36 to go. This drive started with 9:17, so they've taken almost 6 minutes off the clock. Handoff goes to Sean Thomas Erlington. Went to his left, ran into a bunch of bodies, bounced off that, stayed on his feet, then rolled to his right and got across the 15-yard line. There was some oohing and awing from the crowd as there was a little malfunction.
Yeah. If you made a clip of all the 4-yard plays in the year, that would be one of the more interesting ones. He started to the left, hit a wall of all kinds of colors of jerseys, and found a way back to the right for some yardage and reasonable second down position. So really great effort from Sean Thomas Erlington.
Ball is on the Winnipeg 14. We're under 3 minutes now. We'll have the 3-minute warning after this play. Will it be a Tiger Cats touchdown? It's a high snap. Dane Evans brings it down, dumps it off to Sean Thomas Erlington. He will not get to the end zone, but he should have enough for the first down, and they are indicating it is a first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
And he's arguing, rightly so, that he was not tackled. He sustained contact, and he did not touch the ground, but they did call it dead.
So it's a 1st and goal coming up with 2:42 to go, and the Tiger Cats up by 10. The finish from Tim Hortons Field is on the way next on the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you with us this afternoon into the evening in Hamilton. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. The flag being passed across the stands on the east side. It says Hamilton Proud. The O is a Hamilton Tiger Cats logo. 2:25 to go. The clock is running. Tiger Cats up by 10, trying to increase that. Wes Hills will be tackled by 4, 5, maybe 6 Blue Bombers, who did not let him get into the end zone. It'll be a second down. Might have got a yard. It appears they'll spot the ball at the 6-yard line. So 2nd and goal here for the Tiger Cats.
6th lineman comes off, and Pappy White enters the field. I'd love to see Dane throw a touchdown pass here, for this fourth quarter drive that they've just put together, eating up 7 minutes off the clock.
Dane Evans all set as Wes Hills flanking him to his left. Evans looking for the end zone. It is caught. David Ungerer in tight coverage makes the catch. It's another touchdown. The 5th touchdown thrown by Dane Evans today.
the Ticats sidelines, there's 40 players on the field. There is so much energy going through those black shirts down there. It is just electric. 5 touchdowns, like to go from the season that the Ticats have had to being, without a doubt, the CFL Performer of the Week, I'm going to say, right? I mean, this is an unbelievable game. David Unger with an inside fade, makes a play for the ball, defender right in his face and pulls it down, and Dane just throwing a strike. No fear, no hesitation.
That was an amazing drive for the Tiger Cats. Just when the Bombers were creeping back into this football game, they got themselves to within 10. Tiger Cats needed a sustained drive, and they took nearly 8 minutes off the clock. It culminates in a touchdown, and Seth Small successful on the convert, and the Tiger Cats lead 48-31. Minute 57 to go. We'll take one more break. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Kickoff returned by Janarian Grant. He'll get across the 40 of the Bombers, forced out of bounds just right by that Hamilton sideline on the near side. Minute 51 to go. Tiger Cats lead 48-31. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. Is it time for Ticats fans to feel comfortable, Luke?
In this game, I'm actually going to say yeah.
There was hesitation.
Yeah, but no, I mean, the Winnipeg second half has been impressive, and this return, they're putting themselves on the 42-yard line, you know, to give a chance at some more points.
Bombers, a team that average under 20 points allowed per game. Tiger Cats have put up 48. The previous 3 games for the Tiger Cats, they scored 56 points combined. So this bye week was needed, and they've come out and had a terrific game against the 2-time defending champs.
That's Greg McCrae, who's, you know, slow to get off the field there, and Kyle Wilson, just a brutal downhill tackle right to the body, real clean and really, really hard. And that's just, you know, there's just hammers, nails in the coffin. You know, it's just a you know, punishing defense.
Caleros throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Cam Kelly, his team leading 5th. He's across the Winnipeg 40 and finally tackled. Another turnover created by this Hamilton defense, the 3rd of the game. And the Tiger Cats are going to win the turnover battle, and that's going to translate on the scoreboard. Cam Kelly celebrating at midfield with his defensive teammates, playing to the crowd a little bit.
Cam Kelly hurdling people on his way back into Winnipeg territory. And how about that for a nail in the coffin? The 3rd turnover. Ticats just flipping every single script that's been written about this game, about their season. Turnovers, lack of offense, lack of passing, lack of run game. I mean, Sean Thomas Erlington and Wes Hill both had parts in this game. And then, of course, the turnovers. Everything is different when your defense makes plays like they have tonight.
We talked about it on Ticats this week on the Ticats Audio Network, Luke, you and I, that the Tiger Cats, forget the first 12 games. They really don't matter a lot. What happens in this final third is extremely important, and what a start against Winnipeg. A handoff to Sean Thomas Erlington. He'll only get about a yard.
How about that? So they're listening to the Ticats This Week podcast in the locker room, I think.
Yeah, but seriously, it's 3-9 record. It doesn't look good, but the East Division has allowed the Tiger Cats to stay in it. So if they take care of business in these 6 games.
Absolutely. And now they go to Montreal having beat the best team in the CFL. I mean, it's a great situation now.
Just over a minute to go. Another handoff. This goes to Wes Hills, and he's going to carry the pack with him. He got across the 30-yard line. I think they're going to say he's just short of the first down. Needed to get to the Winnipeg 29. 5 touchdown passes for Dane Evans. That's a career high.
How about this one? This is the Ticats' first game with a 5 touchdown pass throwing quarterback since Zach Caleros. How about that? I think it was 2016. That was the last time. I mean, just unbelievable performance from number 9.
So Dane Evans still in there. It's short yardage, and he'll dive ahead and Dane Evans gets the first down, so the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. That was an important one because it means the Tiger Cats keep the football and they can take more time off the clock. There's 42 seconds and the clock is running.
I'll say this, the last two Grey Cup matchups have been Ticats versus the Blue Bombers, of course. Both of those games, especially 2019, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers out-physicaled the Ticats. Tonight, it was a different story. The Ticats were outwardly physical and aggressive, offensively and defensively throughout the game tonight.
A knee taken by Dane Evans. And the crowd starts to get loud at Tim Hortons Field. Coach O, so many of the players saying after the first 12 games, 2/3 of the season, don't give up on us. Against the defending champs, the two-time defending champs, it was close to a must-win. And the Tiger Cats are going to win. Another knee taken by Dane Evans. That's it. The game is over. The Tiger Cats win 48-31 in their most impressive victory of the season when they needed it most.
I mean, every phase of the game, they changed each part of what has been a struggle for them. The penalties, the turnovers, the first down efficiency, the second down efficiency, and especially the red zone efficiency, which they've been abysmal at throughout the first part of the season, and tonight capitalizing 5 times for Dane Evans, throwing a touchdown pass to the end zone. I mean, didn't punt in the first half. It's really unbelievable to take a look at all these stats from tonight's game, and it goes to show Ticats haven't been bad. They've just made too many mistakes, and each time they've lost, RJ, we've said, well, if they could fix this, they'd be better, and tonight they fixed them all.
Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Luke, hard to believe, but this is the first game this season where the Tiger Cats have not turned the ball over. They were a +3 today. Dane Evans, a career-high 5 touchdowns, only 36 yards in penalties. They only punted twice.
Defensive touchdown, 3 takeaways. I mean, it all clicked. You know, that bye week, they got right. You know, and I can't wait to ask Coach O this week in the Coach O show what his take on that was. I mean, it was a new Hamilton Ticat team, and the entire Tim Hortons Field crowd was on their feet in applause after this, you know, for what they've saw this season, you know, from the negativity and the lack of production on the field, and they were applauding this Ticat team and Orlando Steinhauer for that performance, and rightly so.
Luke, just want to ask you from a player's perspective, after 12 games of mostly downs for the Tiger Cats, beating Winnipeg in dominant fashion, what does this do for the confidence of players?
You wouldn't believe. I mean, in the event that the Ticats meet the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the Grey Cup months from now, it's this game that they're all going to be thinking about. Not anything else, not this regular season records, which don't matter anymore at that point. It's this game when Winnipeg tucked their tail and got run out of the city. I mean, this is the game that will stay in their minds. And so if Hamilton can continue to play like this and gain their way into second place in the East and then battle their way to that game, this night will never be forgotten. And it was just an incredible team effort and an example of, I think, that top-down energy that Orlando Steinhauer is able to, you know, push through his organization, of never giving up, of having fun playing, making plays, and being aggressive, and not caring that Winnipeg is 12-1 coming into your stadium, but going out there and playing the way that you've known you could play since training camp, but just have failed to do so for whatever reason.
Tiger Cats opened a lot of eyes with this victory, an impressive victory. This is the Tiger Cats that most fans expected to see this year. And a win next week in Montreal would not only give the Tiger Cats the tie break against Montreal, but they would be tied for second place in the East Division. They are right back in the thick of things with an impressive 48-31 victory over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next. For Luke Tasker, our executive producer, Peter McEwen, our statistician, Jeff Giordad, our technical operator, Michael Steyer, I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Audio Network.